Hey everyone, Jana here. Today I'm going to show you how to make my easy coconut whipped cream. 5 minutes of active prep time. It keeps for 1 to 2 weeks in the refrigerator. A perfect plant-based whipped topping alternative. I'm going to show you how to do this right now. If you're like me when you were a kid, no slice of pie or cake, no cup of cocoa, no bowl of ice cream was complete without a big dollop of whipped cream on top. When I transitioned to a plant-based diet, I gotta admit I was a little concerned. What was I gonna do for whipped cream? Well, thanks to full-fat coconut milk, problem is solved. Whip it up in 5 minutes, almost no coconut flavor, and the texture is perfect. Your dessert needs are fulfilled. This recipe actually has 3 ingredients, 2 of which are pretty much optional. But let's start with the first and primary ingredient. You're going to need a can of full-fat coconut milk. Now, when you pick this up at the grocery store, take it off the shelf and give it a little shake. If you hear any sloshing in there, put it back because it'll be a dud and it won't whip up properly. Now, after you've got your coconut milk home, place it in the refrigerator. You're going to leave it in there for 12 to 14 hours, so basically overnight. The solid is going to separate from the liquid, and the solid is what we end up whipping up for our whipped cream. Now, as far as the other ingredients go, if you want to sweeten your whipped cream, you can use 1 to 3 teaspoons of coconut nectar or maple syrup, or even a little stevia if you like that. And no, I'm not adding Guinness Stout to my whipped cream. This is actually a ginormous bottle of vanilla extract, of which you will need about a half teaspoon. As a side note, I like to keep 2 cans of coconut milk in my refrigerator so that if I did end up getting a dud, I have a backup and my cake won't be bare. When you're ready to get started, place a small mixing bowl in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Once your bowl's been in the freezer for 10 minutes, grab it out and grab your coconut milk from the fridge, and we're on our way. So you're going to open up your can of coconut milk, and whatever's on top, if your liquid is on top, pour that off, and then take your solids and place them in the mixing bowl. So my solids were on top. So I'm going to scoop that out and place it in the mixing bowl. So you have your solids in your mixing bowl and your liquid set aside. Save that liquid. You can use it for smoothies. It's delicious. And you also want to keep it around in case once you make your whipped cream, it's still a little bit too thick for you. Add a teaspoon at a time of the liquid and thin it out a bit. So using a hand mixer, we're going to blend this up for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, this is when, if you're going to add vanilla or sweetener, you want to add those in. I'm just going to add vanilla today because I don't want a whipped cream that is super sweet. Now, to continue your blending, you're going to blend for about a minute till there's no chunks and everything's smooth. Depending on your coconut milk, it could take up to 1 to 2 minutes longer. Mine took about a minute and a half to mix up. Now I'm going to pour it into a bowl, and you'll see it's a little thinner right after you're done mixing it, and you can use that right away if you want a thinner consistency. If not, just pop it in the fridge for a couple minutes and it'll thicken up. And as far as storage goes, this will keep for 1 to 2 weeks in your refrigerator. It'll firm up while it's stored in the refrigerator, so when you're ready to use it, just take it out a few moments in advance and let it sit at room temperature. Serve it up whenever the consistency reaches what you're looking for. One of my favorite ways to eat this whipped cream is over a bowl of fresh fruits and berries. I actually leave the consistency a little looser for this because I want it to go and drip down in between all those yummy berries. And if you want to make it pretty, do a little. There we go. Nice and smooth with a little peak on top. I made my whipped cream a little loose so that I can make a nice berries and cream parfait. As you can see, then the whipped cream goes down in between the berries. It's just delicious. If you're making whipped cream to serve on cake, pie, hot cocoa, just leave it chill in the refrigerator for a bit longer and it'll thicken up to just the right consistency. You can find this recipe for easy coconut whipped cream on Nutritionicity.com. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.